What's going on, people? Machiavelli Mills TV, and here we are once again discussing y'all boy. See, this ain't my boy, this y'all boy. This y'all man's. Because every time I talk about him on this channel, and I've always talked about the recurring pattern with him and his teammates, I got called a hater. I'm just hating on Jimmy. I'm just mad because Jimmy left the Bulls, so on and so forth. I'm hating on dude, this, that, and the third. No, fam, I'm telling the truth about dude because I know what I'm watching and I know what I'm looking at. Every team he goes to, he always create dissension amongst that team. He always creates some chaos, or it's always this drama, like drama to where he is a problem with his teammates. Always calling them out or throwing them under the bus. It's always some BS with dude, right? And again, it happened last night. So last night, Erik Spoelstra calls a timeout. They're losing. They've been on a nice little losing streak or whatever. Jimmy Butler says something to Erik Spoelstra. Whatever he says to Erik Spoelstra gets Erik Spoelstra heated. I'm talking about, he is the most demonstrative. I've never seen him like this before, ever. He going in on Jimmy. He looking like he won't smoke with Jimmy, like straight up. And so in the midst of that exchange between Jimmy and Erik Spoelstra, Udonis Haslem, the ultimate veteran, comes in and tells him, hey, basically, you treating your teammates like we your enemies. He said, cause I beat your ass. Cause I beat your ass. Pointing at him, cause I beat your ass. And I'm like, oh shit. Here we go. See, Jimmy can go over there and big dog all the young players on them teams where he's the veteran, right? But he ain't doing that over there with UD. He ain't doing that over there, fam. Now all that shit stops. It comes to an end. Cause dude, again, every team he own, he over there, they don't work hard. They don't work hard. When he was on the Bulls, he throwing the young players under the bus, talking about how they don't work hard and they don't work hard as him, and he always beating his own goddamn chest about how hard he worked. Damn, motherfucker. I can't stand a dude that think he the only person that work hard within an organization. He the only person scratching and clawing. He the only person putting in his blood, sweat, and tears. Let him tell it. He the only hard worker in the NBA. Everybody else lazy. Let him tell it, for real. Like, that's just how he operate. And other people get tired of that, bro. Everybody get tired of, like, bro, chill out. Relax. Sit your goof ass down. Like a Chicago dude would tell Jimmy, hey, sit your goof ass down, bro. Like, for real. Because he does way too much. And he gets away with it because, and I know why, the media gives him a pass because he plays into the tropes that white America loves. The hard-headed lunch pail. I'm a hard worker. I just hard work. I just work. I outwork everybody to get where I got to go. I'm a hard worker. I scratch and claw. Bring my hard-headed lunch pail. I just outwork everybody to be successful. I pick my own self up by the bootstraps. He plays into those tropes. And so they let him ride out. They let him get away with it because he's just a hard worker because he plays up to that bullshit. But I promise y'all, if Jimmy Butler was an Allen Iverson, or if he was anybody like that, if he was if this was a Michael Beasley doing some stuff like this or whatever, it would have been a problem. Oh my God, they would call him out. He's something else, man. If this was D Rose, as humble as D Rose is, the white media in Chicago didn't rock with D Rose because they know their kid didn't trust them. He wasn't ingratiating himself to them. He wasn't an asshole to them, but he wasn't like telling them all of his business the way that they wanted him to. And then so they started to pick at him because he was that Southside Chicago public school kid, and they hate the Southside. For real, they hate the Chicago public school kids, the Southside kids. But they adore Jimmy because he plays into the tropes that they love, all hard work and all of that, and he has that blind side story that he comes with, and he listens to Taylor Swift and all that shit, right? So he's not the prototypical black athlete, you know what I'm saying, that came from an inner city type of thing that they're used to, right? Especially with I'm a hard worker. They love that shit about him. They love those tropes about him. So they let whatever he do ride. So this is where we got right now. All them years of letting the shit ride got us to this point here. I remember when he did that silly ass interview with Rachel Nichols, and he was so proud of himself when he was talking about what happened with the Timberwolves and how he basically went up in there big dogging them and all this and all of that, and was just beating his chest. I'm like, this dude his ass is annoying. He's annoying as hell. So I'm sure his teammates get tired of that shit, but he keep doing it everywhere he go. So obviously he hasn't learned his lesson. Last night, Udonis Haslem was with all of that and telling them, hey, you need to chill your ass out, bro. Because you ain't the only person in here that's tough. You ain't the only person in here that work hard. Cool out, fam. We not your enemies. And again, he got to stop. Because it's just a pattern of him doing this everywhere he go. He rubbing people the wrong way all the time, bro. Sit your ass down, bro. Like, You ain't the only dude that work hard. You ain't the only dude that come in here and scratch and claw. We in the trenches right here with you. That's what his teammates saying. But again, his dude go all the time. And he get a pass for this because he'll be injured for a while and he have a string of good games. And they'll be like, oh my God, Jimmy's amazing. And then in the interviews, Jimmy will say some shit that they love to hear. And I just work hard, man. I'm just willing to outwork everybody. I'm willing to just be the first person in the gym, the last person in the gym. And they eat that shit up. And he's able to say whatever and do whatever the fuck he want to do because they ride with that and they appreciate him talking that type of stuff to pick yourself up by the bootstraps type. He be on that type of wave when he be talking about how hard he working all this and all of that, and they love it. So they let him do it all the time. But again, they have created a monster because everybody let it ride. Rachel Nichols and them was eating it up, and now dude is steady doing this shit everywhere he go, right? And fam, you got to chill out, especially when your team losing. It's something you ain't doing right either. So relax, bro. Because if LeBron was doing this shit too, they'd have been like, oh, here LeBron go. Here he go once again. It's going to be people that defend LeBron. But there's going to be other people that be like, oh, here his ass go. You know what I'm saying? If this was, again, Allen Iverson, if this was a Boogie Cousins or somebody like that, especially Boogie Cousins in his prime or whatever, they would have been like, oh, here Boogie go. Here his ass go, being a menace. Here you go, being a disruptor. If this was T.O., here you go, being a disruptor once again. But because Jimmy Butler got that blindside story, and because he listened to Taylor Swift, and because he plays up to the tropes of I'm a hard-hat and lunch pail type of guy, they let whatever he do ride. But see, this is what happens from that. And yeah, man, Jimmy, he's way too much. He's way too much, man. When he did that shit in Chicago, he had a veteran that called him out. Because I was so shocked and pissed that Dwayne Wade was out there siding with Jimmy Butler, and he was basically doing the same thing Jimmy was doing by throwing the young players under the bus. These young guys, trying to old head them. When your ass wasn't that old in the first place at that point in his career, he was trying to old head them and, oh, they don't want to work hard, and I'm the hardest working dude. We work hard and all this. Him and Dwayne Wade pulling that shit. And Rajon Rondo, I'm always going to forever know that Rondo is a real one because of the way he addressed that. When he saw them, the Jimmy Butler and Dwayne Wade calling out the young dudes, he went in the media like, man, if it's anybody, man, it's the older dudes that got to relax and cool all that out. It's them. That ain't the young kids. To blame the young kids is fair. To blame my young teammates is unfair, basically. And he called them out on that, and he checked them because they needed to be checked. But see, Jimmy don't usually, everywhere he go, usually he one of the oldest players. UD like, nah, bro, we ain't having that. Cool that shit out. Take that shit elsewhere. Let's play some basketball and win games. But all that other shit you doing, all that bringing all that other stuff over here, you got to relax, fam. Ain't nobody doing all of that. We ain't listening to all that shit. Cool that out. Take that elsewhere. That other stuff dead. And I appreciated UD for saying all of that, man. I beat your ass. I appreciate that energy because he didn't say all of what I said. But I appreciated that energy because somebody got to bring that to him because he think he just the toughest dude in the world. He really not a tough guy. And I knew he wasn't when that situation happened with, who was that? Was that the Jokic brothers or whatever? Who was that? Was that Jokic and them? They got into it with him? Was that Jokic? I think that was Jokic or whatever. That whole situation happened. And he saw Jokic getting escorted out and then Jimmy trying to be tough then. Like, bro, it's too late for all that tough shit. Cool out, fam. You ain't on that type of time like everybody think you are. Cool out, fam. Anyway, man, I'm tired of talking, man. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.